recording, often a little box will jump in your way on the screen. Feel free to click OK or got it or something that clears it out of the way. And we begin. So comfortable seat. The ideal height of a chair for seated meditation or chair practice is where your hips and knees are at the same level, or the hips could be a little higher. That's better than having the hips lower. Once you got that, scoot to the front edge of that chair. And we go through this little opening sequence protocol of Zhongjung, or central upright. So usually what's happening is pelvis spilling back, upper back rounded, head and neck a little bit forward, right? This is what time does to the body. And then if you have any illness or injury, it usually takes that further. But this sort of position here, not great. So the correction is pelvis tipping forward. So spilling your pelvis forward. Roll the pelvis forward, however that makes sense to you. Brings your lower back in a bit instead of it bulging out the back. So forward tip of the pelvis, then a lift of the sternum, lift of the chest. That'll take some of that roundness out of your back. So the chest is up. And then with the chin, we want to bring the chin down slightly so that the base of the skull goes up and we create this nice length. So let's just recreate bad posture and then correct it. So spill your pelvis back, let your upper back round and jut your head forward. And then correct it by tipping the pelvis forward, lifting your chest up, bringing your chin down. So that's something that you'll want to do regularly throughout the day. If you're sitting, watching television, or just kind of hanging out somewhere, usually without your awareness, without being aware of it, your body will kind of slouch. And so you'll want to go tick, 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 and bring it right back into this Zhongjung, or central upright. Then the second thing we want to do is keep that upright and relax. Let go of tension, let go of grip without losing your upright. When you relax, the body plumps, the body dilates a little bit, rather than it slumping down when we relax. In fact, what happens is a sort of buoyancy through the body. And then in that buoyant, relaxed, spacious body, let Chunwon happen, or downward sinking. So there's a sinking down through the chair, grounding us. And then there is the complementary opposite of downward sinking. There's this upward lightness and nimbleness in the body. To assist with all of that, the breathing. So take your breath in through the nostrils, long and smooth. And then out through the nose or the mouth, long and smooth. We'll do that, let's say 10 or 12 times. Long, smooth, complete breathing. Notice how the breathing process is improving our uprightness. It's also helping us relax more. It's also this opening and softening of breath is helping us let go of that which we're holding, which sinks down. And it opens up more space for that Tai Chi nimble quality. So every breath is a Tai Chi practice. Now, on the rhythm of that breath, we move. First movement, slide your hands back, elbows back, shoulder blades back, chest up and chin up. Arch the body. And remember, when I turn sideways, it's often just to show you an angle of something. and then I'll turn back to face forward. So here I'm showing this arch, and then settle and relax back to the neutral, and then slide your hands forward past the knees. Now do spill the pelvis back, hollow the chest, round the upper back, and drop your head. So we go really into that sort of bad posture position. And then, again, slide the hands back, elbows back, shoulder blades back. Tip the pelvis more forward, chest more up, chin up, arch the back, squeeze your shoulder blades together. And then settle back to neutral and hollow the front, slide the arms forward, drop the head. So let's try and get that with the breathing. Inhale. As you go to this shape, all the way. And exhale. As you change the shape to that rounded shape. And again, inhale. And exhale. Two more. Inhale. Pull those elbows back, shoulder blades back, neck back, head back. Exhale, hands forward, chest hollowing back, round the back, drop the head. One more time. Inhale. And then let's just settle right to neutral. Left hand forward past your knee, right hand and elbow back. Turn the shoulders, turn the head to your right, twist. Inhale back to center. And then right hand forward, left hand and elbow back. Turn right down that zhong, rotating around your central upright. And then back to center as you inhale and exhale. So our body has amazing structure, right? We can see it when we think of the skeleton and the different muscles, and we see all of this structure, and that's great. But the function of the body, what makes it even more amazing, is the body should and can function a lot like an octopus, believe it or not. It can be this loose and fluid vehicle, almost like an invertebrate, right? Almost like something that's made of just liquid and doesn't have that same structure. One more for like a worm, but like think of a snake. The way a snake can move, absolutely fluid, and yet it's got a bone structure underneath. So what we're doing here is we're trying to just free up the movement of every part. Let's come back to center. Hang the arms loose. Shift the weight to your right buttock. Softly bow the body to the right. See how my head is falling, my torso is falling. Now to get a little more out of it, float your left wrist up, your left foot up, and lean just a little more to the right. And then make your way back to the center. And then left arm down as you lean to the left. Float your right wrist up, right foot up, lean. And then back to middle. So that same idea. This is our ideal sort of neutral posture, but functionally, we need to be able to lean and tilt and move and change our shape to adapt. So balance and function is more a adaptive experience than it is like a fixed experience. It's this change, being able to appropriately yin and yang, appropriately contract and expand, appropriately lift and lower in a balanced, complementary way. That's the meaning of that symbol, the sort of black and white yin-yang symbol, right? It's saying, be the middle pivot around which everything is changing. And anything stuck blocks us from being able to really adapt and function. Now, hang your arms loose, shoulder blades. So we go up, down, up, down, shrug. It's called elevation and depression. Elevation, depression. Now, retraction. Squeeze the shoulder blades back, release, and then this is the weird one. Spread the shoulder blades apart. So this hollowing of the chest as your shoulder blades slide around the side of the body. And then squeeze the shoulder blades back, right? Look at how much range there can be with these shoulder blades, spreading apart and squeezing back. They're supposed to be gliding and sliding and moving. Now let's put all that together. Forward, up, back, down, right? And then we're neutral. We do it again. Spread the shoulder blades apart, lift up, squeeze back, slide down, neutral. Again, forward and up, back and down. What it looks like from the side. Forward, up, back, right? See how much more room you can see here when I'm back, but I don't want to get stuck here and walk around like this all the time, right? It's this position here that we want to find, neutral, relaxed. We also don't want to get stuck in this shape, but we got to be able to make that shape, make this shape, make this shape, make this shape, and get all the way back to neutral. Now in reverse, back and up, forward and down, back and up, forward and down. Those of you that have been doing this a while, you probably are finding your brain and your nerves are more able to control the area now. If you're newer to the practice, a big part of the beginning is your brain doesn't kind of know exactly what's going on. Maybe it hasn't done it in a long time, if ever, right? So a big part is just triggering those electrical lines to make connection. But over time, they really kick online because the brain loves to use the body, loves it, right? It's its most enjoyable vehicle. And pause. Now, bend your elbows. We float the elbows out and all the way up, and then float the elbows down, around, and in. Two more like that. Down, out, and up. Down, around, in. Open. Down, and in. Now, next one in this little set. Elbows straight back behind, pull. Elbows down, the hands end up. Elbows forward, the hands get over the shoulders. And then take the elbows as high up as you can. Some of you will stop here or here or here. It's all good. Possibly someday you're here. And then we go forward, down, back. Down, forward, up. Let the hands go over your shoulders. So Mark, you're punching yourself in the face there. Yeah, you got to let them go. Yeah, get them over your shoulders like you're trying to itch your back, right? Like you got something back here you're trying to get to. Not Mark Sullivan, but Mark Altenberg, right? Yeah, we got two Marks now. And I'll say Sullivan and Altenberg, as long as there's two of you. I'll use last name. All righty, and then last one in this little set. Elbows out, left hand high, right hand low. We cross, get that right arm underneath, and then wrap around your body. And then elbows straight out to the side, and then switch. Wrap around your body. So take that left hand underneath and try to grab around your torso, right? See how my hand is getting near my back, right? On my shoulder. And then elbows straight out to the side. Let's do one more of each. Cross. And open. And again, it's this shape-shifting idea, right? Where it's not just the arms. I have to actually round the back has to open, the front has to hollow. Then open up. And then take the arms down and release. Let them hang nice and loose. All right. Now scoot back on your chair a little bit. Nice and stable. Right knee up. Grab a hold of the knee and pull the knee up towards the chest. Flex the foot and push. Full extend. Reload that leg. Set the foot down. And we'll switch again. Other side. Load. Pull it up and in. Push. Load. Down. And flowing with that. Load. Push. Low, down, and low, push, low, down. Now a couple with no hands. Low, push, low, down, and low, push, low, down. Now right leg extend, point foot, flex foot. Point and flex. And then tilt that foot a little in, out, tilt, tilt. Now circle, in, around, and out, circle. And out, around, and in, circle. And switch feet. Other leg extend. Point foot flex. Foot, point, and flex. And then tilt the foot a little in, out, tilt. And circle. Reverse circle. And down. Now, scoot once more to the front edge of your chair, sitting up nice and tall. Now go a little wider apart in your feet. Lift your toes up, turning on the heels. Turn your knees and toes in. And then lift your toes and turn your knees and toes out. Lift the toes, turn knees and toes in, and knees and toes out. Two more. Internal rotation, external rotation. Internal, external, and neutral. Now the heels lift a little bit. Heels in, knees out. That's external rotation. And then heels out, knees in, that's internal rotation. Again, external, internal, external, internal, external, in. One more. And then we're back to neutral. Now from here, we've just turned and opened and closed, right? The hips. That is key. That space is really key. Let's hang the arms loose. That's a key space for folding. Now notice when I fold, I do not round my back. It might have a little roundness, but I'm not rounding from any particular vertebra. Then sit up tall and then tip back from the hips a little bit. So where the pelvis and legs meet, try to fold and sit vertical and lean back. This is one of the exercises I highly recommend if you spend a lot of time in a chair. Some people are a lot of times in a wheelchair. And so when they're sitting back in their chair, the energy is back here. And often when they stand up, they don't have their center. So this is a really important way of making sure we keep this direction open so that we actually know where our middle is. One more time. Now we're going to use this to stand up. So Chungwon, the primary direction is down. Right now we're down through the chair. We need to get down through our feet. So if you just watch, if I try to stand straight up, I end up falling right back here because my middle is in the body. It's not in my feet. It's in my body and it's going down here. So to stand up, I got to fold and go forward. Now that I've gone forward, my middle, you can see it, is connected down through the legs. And then I can stand up because Chungwon is very important, connecting to the earth. Now to sit down, if I go back like this for the chair, I'm going to fall, right? And then a lot of times what people do is they push their knees like this to sit down, but you can see I'm stuck. I'm jamming all my joints. So this move of folding, right? So once you've folded, the butt is back, the hip hinges happen, the body is slightly angled. Then when you sit, the knees are happy, the back is happy, the hamstrings and everything have to stretch, and then I can commit to the chair. So let's do that again. We fold first, then we just kind of flow forward. Then once we're above our feet, we can stand up. And now when we sit down, we have to stay connected down through our feet, but fold from the hips, hinge and sink, land, and then we're back in our chair. So it's able to be done with softness. So do two more with as little tension and force as possible. Just relax, relax more, and just go forward, and just relax your way up. And again, fold at the hips and relax and fold, just soft and easy. One more time, standing up. Now, don't sit in your chair, do a couple Tai Chi squats. So what that means is we're relaxed the whole way. We fold, we sink, dangle your arms down loosely, and use that to touch your shins, possibly your ankles, maybe even the toes, possibly the floor, and then push through the earth and rise up. And do it again. Fold and sink. And maybe you sink 10% of the way or 50% or possibly all the way. Then you just come back up. So that training of can you get your joints and tissue to fold and unfold, to contract and extend, or retract rather and extend. All right, now we're standing. Let's do a little Tai Chi. So these are all like the basic mechanics, right? Now a little more Tai Chi specific. So here we are standing. Let's do the open and the close of a Tai Chi practice. So we've got our middle, touch your belly button. Feel right where your belly button is. Deep to your belly button is your middle cockpit of the body. So down here. The saying in Tai Chi is the mind always in the Dantian. Body's relaxed. Now shift all your weight to your right leg. Left foot empty, step it in a little bit or possibly all the way. And then straighten up through those legs and we have a moment of sort of stick figure, military standing. And then sink down through your right leg. So as you sink, you notice I'm sort of sitting through my legs, but a little extra through the right. Left foot empty, step it out. And then shift to where you have 50% in each leg. Let's do that again, closing. So shift to your right leg 100%. Left foot is empty, float it in, and then straighten up. Now we add a little something with the upper body. So here we are standing at attention, palms on your thighs. So a exaggerated sort of stiff standing. Now as you sink down through your right leg, float the arms, get buoyancy through the arms. Left foot is empty, step, shift to 50-50 and settle the arms down. So we're not bringing the arms onto the body, we're just sort of sinking them to dip them in the water. And then closing by shifting to the right leg, turn your palms to face in at your thighs, step the left foot in. And then as you straighten your legs, hands onto the thighs. Again, sink through the right leg, arms get buoyant, float. Step out with no body weight, shift to 50-50 and settle right there. Now let's close to your left. Shift to the left, turn your palms in to face the outer thighs, step the right foot in, and then as you straighten up, hands on the body. Coordinate it all together. Down through your left leg, the arms float. Right foot is empty so it can step. Shift to 50-50 and sink, settle, store. One more time, close to your left. Shift, turn the hands, stepping in, standing at attention. Opening, shift down through your left leg, float the arm, step right foot out. Shift and store. Now from here, we're like a spring that's loaded, right? We're down, we're not up like this. We're slightly sunk and ready to now go pum or rise. And then let the arms just change their shape a little bit and then sweeping down and slightly behind. And then again, pung, rise. Pung, basically the best way to think of it is the swell of the ocean. And on, the best way to think of it is the trough of the ocean. And again, the swelling, this lift quality through the whole body. And the sink. So trying to issue movement to express and utilize your body without grabbing on it and yanking on it and pulling on it forcibly. So it's this looseness throughout the body and then realizing, wow, I can still do things with this body without tension. And down. Now, scoop the hands in front, pung out to the sides, opening. And sinking. So when you're doing Tai Chi right, what you often feel after a practice is a lightening of the load. That there was stagnation, there was collapse, there was rigidity in these little areas. That after flushing and pumping and moving, you just go, oh, I feel freer, lighter, more fluid. Now we wing out to the side. Now here, turn your palms up, fold at the elbows, and bring the hands over top. This gathering gesture, and then this sinking gesture. And release. Let's do that again in a fluid way. So it's pung, rising. Then roll so the palms face up, fold. And then this sinking gesture. Down, down, down. Through to the ground. Again, wing, roll, fold. Settle. Down through. Now, backs of hands touch. Here we come up the middle. And Sullivan, bring your hands closer to your body, right? You were way out here. Bring them up close to the body. Then palms face forward. Up and out to the side. Full extension. And then like those crane wings, sweep down. All the way down. And under. Backs of hands face each other again. We come up close to the body. The geyser flows up, then palms face forward, up and out. Palms slowly turning to face out, and then down, and then crane wings. Let's do that one more time. And again, think of this word seamless. Over time, once you learn these moves, you want them to be seamless and fluid. Again, like an octopus. Like there's just nothing in the way, no impediment to move. Now, wings. Turn right palm up, rolling. Now, as you fold right hand over top to there, bring left hand sweeping underneath to there, and then bring them both towards each other, one rising and one sinking. and then one sinking and one rising. Now we're back to here. Right hand goes up and out like we practiced. Left arm swings under and out like we were practicing. And we're here again. Now turn left palm up simultaneously. Left hand over, right hand under. Two magnets attract towards each other. Then they repel away from each other. And then left hand out over top, right arm winging underneath, and then right over, left under. They attract, repel, and around, over and under, attract, repel, around, and down. Scoop in front, close to your body. Bring the hands up all the way to collarbone level or shoulder level. Turn the palms over, down, all the way down. Scoop and bring up, the body rising a little bit. Turn the palms over, down, the body sinking through the legs. So this rise and sink. So the most obvious manifestation of the movement is in the hands and arms, but the whole body is one liquid whole. So we start to feel that over time. Now scoop the hands up to chest level, elbows straight back behind. Turn your palms forward. Push. Now when pushing, again, think of the ocean. Think of that wave just going up, 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 up. And then turn those hands and same wave, suctioning back, returning to the depths of the ocean, elbows behind you. So rather than this. Turn the palms. Now we're loaded and ready to express the wave. G. And then turn the hands and Lu. So there's pung and on, which is up and down. G and Lu, forward and back. Forward and back. Now, turn left palm forward and push. So like picture a spool of thread, right? When you take the end of the thread and you pull on it, the spool turns, right? Because of the pulling of the thread. So as you push, the left hand is that piece of thread. Let it turn your spool here in your torso. Turn. Turn left palm to face your body, right hand face forward. Now as you draw back with the left and you push the right, let, again, that spool that is your body turn. Turn right palm to face the body, left palm face forward. Push and draw. And feel that central pillar turning. So you're retaining your equilibrium, you're retaining a sense of integrity, and also feeling function. So the human body has to have the yin and the yang. It has to have structural integrity, but it's got to have freedom of movement. Too much of either of those without the other to balance it becomes a problem. So this is that movement that helps us find the rotation, the turning in the middle of the body. Now, both hands back and down. We got two legs, middle, rotation, and alive, loose arms, right? So now shift from that middle more into your right leg. Turn your body, float those hands over to the right. Now do the minimum. So be able to do very nuanced movement. So Altenberg, notice how I'm down here and you're not alone in this. Whenever I do this, people often do this, right? Now the hands are up high. So look at that difference there. Keep them low and soften long like a piece of taffy or elastic over to the side of you. without coming up. Now shift to your left leg. So notice when you shift, the hands are already drawing across. Then turn from your middle. Turn, and then sweep those hands through. Now turn your hands around so both palms face back to the right. And then again, the first thing you got to do is shift from your left leg to your right leg. You got to shift. Then you got to turn the body. And then again, Altenberg, notice how you're here. Soft and long down, through. All the way through. Take those hands across. All the way through. Keep going, keep going, keep going, keep going, keep going. And turn the hands around. Now, shift left, turn left. It's called the bear washing paws in the stream. Shift right, turn right, brush and sweep. Shift and turn, brush and sweep. Shift, turn, brush and sweep. One more. Shift, turn, brush and sweep. Let's all be on the left side. Now stay on your left side. Float your left arm up to chest level. Turn the hand to standing palm. Then turn your right palm, ready for brush knee. Now it's shift, turn, brush knee, swat the jumping fish. Left hand goes down, right arm floats up, and we're ready to go back. Shift left, turn left, brush knee, swat the fish. And then right arm goes down, left arm floats up. Shift and turn, brush, swap. And then they change places. Left arm down, right arm up. Shift and turn, brush and swap. So the bear, one of the most important parts of it is this length. Without tension, keep the length. So when you're coming across, you want this arm to be drawn out all the way to its end, but without any tight spots. So it's soft, it's liquid, it's fluid, but it's still all the way out there. And then as you bring that arm down, the other arm floats up. It stays soft and long, and shift and turn. Soft and long, big sweep. Let's go for that higher fish. So as your left arm floats up, get the fingertips to about head level or above, and shift, turn, and sweep across. All the way across. And then bring that left arm down, right arm floats up, and now we're going shift and turn and sweep, big sweep. And then they change. And again, big sweep. Change. We're training our middle by exploring the ends, by exploring the range. Now, stay in your right leg. Left hand comes down. Right arm, wing, roll, fold. Shift left, turn left, and we got brush knee and push. Now, right hand comes down. Left arm, wing, roll, fold. We're ready to go. Shift and turn, brush knee, and push. Left hand goes down, right arm floats up, wing, roll, fold. We're ready to go. And shift, turn, brush, knee, push. Right arm goes down, left arm, wing, roll, fold, and shift, turn, brush, knee, and push. Left arm down, right arm, wing, roll, fold, and again. Remember, stability coming from chunwan. Chunwan means you're so relaxed that you're heavy underneath your feet, under the ground. Chingling means you're not carrying anything extra around in the body, so there's a buoyancy, a nimbleness. So we want to use those two concepts to be moving the body. Now, drop both hands, wash your paws, and settle. The golden rooster stands on one leg, so just the leg work first. Shift to your right leg, swivel on the ball of your left foot, and just turn the heel in a little bit, a small amount, so your foot is slightly turned out. Shift 100% into that leg. Take your right foot now that's empty and touch the floor in front. Now bring this right foot back, heels touching, both feet turned out. Change the weight to the right leg, left foot empty, touch. Bring that foot back, change the weight, right foot empty, touch. Right foot comes back, change the weight, left foot out. Now keep your left foot out, bend left elbow, fingers point up towards the sky, and this right hand, have it not just limply down here, but just a little bit of extra awareness, just from dropped to just slightly full of awareness. Now, bring your left foot back, turn left palm forward, right palm in. Now shift the weight to your left leg, change your hands. Left hand down, right hand up, right foot touch. Now bring the right foot back, heels touching, toes turned out, turn right palm forward, left palm in, and change. Foot out. And then we bring that left foot back, turn left palm forward, right palm in, and change. Bring right foot back, right palm forward, left palm in, and change. Now we add a challenge to this. There's basically 3 levels. So first would be, so you're in the position, don't turn sideways, just keep looking forward. But this empty foot, can you disconnect the toe from the ground and then put it back down? So you see how I'm just kind of lifting it. Second challenge would be a little knee lift and back down. Right? Third would be possibly, but again, be very careful, that lift and down. Lift. So we work on all this single leg work big time on the Monday class. So make sure to come check that out to get that infrastructure built. Now, bring your left foot back, left palm forward, right palm in, change the weight, and let's do that little extra challenge on this side. So first it's the toe out, and level 1 would just be toe, right? And it forces you to find 1 full, 1 empty. If that's working, maybe you do a little knee lift, right? If that's working, maybe a little full lift. But again, be very careful. And this is why good idea to have a chair nearby or a countertop nearby potentially, right? The golden rooster stands on one leg. Let's do that same thing on the other side again. So bring the right foot back, right palm forward, left palm in, switch to that beginner level, and then add your challenge. Either toe lift or knee lift or possibly full lift and down. Let's do 4 or 5 of those. The idea here, you could see a sort of stillness in my body rather than, let's say, leaning and moving like this. So the idea is, eventually this leg is free. Other side, change, hands change, and little toe lift, possibly knee lift, low or middle or high. And the emphasis should be down. I make sure to keep the down. No matter what I do with this leg, keep the groundedness. Golden rooster. And then the last rooster challenge, we switch each time to whatever your challenge level is. So bring the right foot back, right palm forward, left palm in, and then we shift and possibly lift. Set that foot down. Turn left palm forward, right palm in. Shift. Lift. And a couple weeks ago, we did the next challenge, which is doing this while walking backwards, right? So we're always building an infrastructure to add challenge and add challenge. Golden rooster. Stands on one leg. Now, parallel feet, wash your paw. Now, stay in your right leg. Your left hand sweeps the lake, turns to vapor, floats up, becomes a cloud. Now, shift to your left leg. So your left hand should be up, right hand down. Turn from your middle pivot, cloud. So your left hand's a cloud, your bottom right hand sweeps the lake. And then they change, vapor and rain. Now right hand is a cloud, left hand is in the lake. Shift and turn. Cloud, lake. Vapor and rain. And shift and turn. So in the Monday class, this is usually the first pose we do intermediate challenge, Tai Chi challenge, where we're walking and moving and changing. So find that flow of the golden rooster. So, of the hands play with clouds. So Altenberg, watch me closely. So your right hand sweeps the lake and comes up. Right hand up, 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 up. Left hand's down in the water. Now keep that. Shift and turn the body. So it's cloud, lake. Now once you get over here, then they have to change, very distinctly change. And then we're ready to go back across by shifting and turning the body. And then the hands have to change. And then it's shift, turn. Vapor. And then shift, turn. And shift, turn. Shift and turn. Now wash your paws. Now everyone into your left leg, stay in the left leg, wrap your left arm behind your back. Right hand is bottom of a ball. Now cast that hand forward and then shift and turn, and it should carry that movement all the way up to this corner here. Turn the palm out and sweep down. Shift, turn, lake, bottom of ball, and then cast the hand forward, shift and turn. Turn the palm out, sweep, lake, bottom of ball, shift and turn. The flying diagonal one more time. Shift and turn. And bring your left hand out. Sweep across. Left hand at the bottom, right hand behind your back. Now it's the left hand that casts forward. Shift and turn. Flying diagonal. Turn that left hand out. Wing. Lake. Bottom of a ball. And then we pass it out and across. The weight's in the left leg here, and then shift and turn, it's in the right leg here. And then it's in the left leg and the right. Now, watch, settle. Right hand on the bottom, left hand on the top. So embracing the moon. Now, palms stay facing each other as you extend and return. So on a horizontal line, all the way and back. Now, put that horizontal line on the diagonal. So your right hand on the bottom. Altenberg, change your hand. Right hand on the bottom. There you go. Now that right hand is going to do the diagonal we just did. Left hand does the downward diagonal. Downward. Together, that makes stroking wild horse's mane. So together, the two diagonals. And then reverse. Right hand on the bottom, right hand on the bottom. And again, stroking wild horse's mane. Now turn your right palm out, left palm up. Right hand down, left hand up. Embrace the moon. Now, as you go hold this big ball, shift to your left leg, turn slightly left. And then we shift right, turn right, stroke wild horse's mane, that diagonal. Turn the palms, right hand out, left hand up, shift and turn to the left, gather the ball. Left hand over top. Now we're ready to go again. Downward diagonal, flying diagonal, together while shifting and turning, all organized around a middle. Turn the palms and shift and turn, embrace moon. And just notice that balance of from low to high and from high to low. From out and under to up and over, and they balance each other out, and it helps inform us how to move in a balanced, centered way. Shift and turn. Hold the ball. Now, left hand out, right hand turn, wash, wash, settle. Now we go left hand on the bottom, right hand on the top, stroke, and return. And then on that diagonal line, stroke, and return. And then stroke, and embrace the moon. Left hand turn out, right hand turn up. As you're embracing the moon, shift right, turn right, hold the ball, and then shift left, turn left, stroke wild horse's mane. Turn left hand out, right hand up, shift and turn. Gather the ball. Shift and turn. Stroke wild horse's mane. Shift and turn. Okay. All right, the feet more or less stay anchored on the ground, but feel everything that's moving. Right? How you're changing weight leg to leg. Your body's turning inside of this liquid matrix of the body. So we're breaking up that sort of stiff quality in Tai Chi and really promoting this freedom of movement around a organized center and a grounded quality as well. One more, and then we'll finish with right hand under, left hand over, and we go back the other way. And then left hand under, right hand over, back the other way. And then right under, left over. So by creating a sort of anchor in the feet, a limit in our feet, and then putting all these interesting demands, we're breaking up what's stuck. Last time, make a ball, wash, wash, settle. And then this finishing movement, tip a little bit back in the heels, open and lift. Tip a little bit to your toes, sweep around like a gathering gesture. Tip a little bit to the heels, this bringing in, settling to the middle of the feet, hands settle to that middle. And then remember our squat that we did earlier, the butt back, sink the buttocks, and soften the arms long. Let the arms hang. Push through the ground and stand back to vertical. Let's do that again. Rock a little back, open and lift. Rock forward, this sweeping around. Palms face up. Rocking back, this gentle promoting in, down, middle. and then hips back, sit the buttocks, release the arms, stand back up, and we'll do that one final time. It's called Sync Chi Wash Organs. It's like a chi reset. Soothes, calms, clears, reorganizes. And then we finish with wing roll fold, settle to the belly, palms face in, and then like we're putting a cork in the wine barrel, hand over the navel, other hand over that hand, and finished. All right, everybody, thank you so much. If there are any questions or thoughts, you'll have to unmute in order to share. And also do just remember, whenever possible, donating to Pediactive, as they take care of my fee, but they do rely upon, the community. That's the experiment they're running. So hopefully when you can, you do. Any questions? Jane, you got something? You have to unmute.